I had a great experience this semester in Ms. Roberto's kindergarten classroom as a PDS2 student. I taught language arts lessons, including creating sight word stations and completing a guided reading with a small group of students. I taught science lessons. I explored bees with the students, created a rain cloud experiment, and taught about water pollution during a Freddy Fish lesson. I taught math lessons using homemade math manipulatives such as number line bags to teach addition. I taught shapes during a shape pizza lesson and extended this learning to sides and vertices during a lesson where I provided toothpicks and Play-Doh as manipulatives. Additionally, I had the opportunity to join the students in an egg hunt, work individually with a student on speech, and create an interactive bulletin board. In the end, it was an amazing experience I won't soon forget. Thank you, Ms. Roberto.
Hi everyone, my name is Lauren Oker, and here's a little bit about my PDS2 experience. This semester, I am in Miss Lloyd's second grade classroom. I created science, math, and language arts lessons. I worked with Miss Lloyd and I taught some of her lessons as well. It was fun to jump into a lesson that I have never taught before. These opportunities allowed me to grow because I feel more confident when teaching. I enjoyed doing these lessons because I got to know more about each of the students in Miss Lloyd's classroom. I created a math match activity board for my second grade students to practice their math facts. I also got the opportunity to create an interactive bulletin board called Shout It Out. This interactive bulletin board is extremely effective and fun for the students because they get to write positive sayings to their friend, teacher, or classmate. Thank you, Ms. Lloyd, for giving me a wonderful PDS2 experience.
Hello, my name is Rachel Siebold and I am a PDS2 student in Mrs. Ludwig's second grade classroom. I was able to create and implement various language arts, science, and math lessons throughout this semester. I was also able to collaborate with Mrs. Ludwig and come up with many fun and interesting lessons for the students to do. My goal was to teach the students what I had to teach, but also making sure that my lessons were something that the students enjoyed and looked forward to each day when they came to school. The various science experiments, STEAM lessons, and arts and crafts that I did with the class seemed to be what the students enjoyed the most. They love experimenting, building, and creating, which is why I picked a lot of the lessons that I did. For example, a few lessons I did with the students were creating Valentine's Day cards for their loved ones after an interactive read-aloud, creating a straw skyscraper, observing what happens to jelly beans in different types of liquids, and we also dove into folktales. I believe that I was able to fully immerse myself into the classroom along with the amazing help from Mrs. Ludwig. Without her, I would not be where I am today.
Hello, my name is Isabel Becker and I am placed with Mrs. Visser and her third grade class. While being in her classroom, I was able to implement math lessons, science lessons, and language arts lessons. I also did an integrated lesson where the students got to learn more about constellations and create their very own stories. I also created a math lab game for the students to engage in while learning more about bills and coins. I created an interactive math bulletin board where the students got to show what they know relating to quadrilaterals. I got to know each student better as an individual and was able to build stronger relationships. I am excited to continue progressing as a future educator and being given the opportunity to learn from Mrs. Visser. Thank you, Mrs. Visser, for a fun and long-lasting experience.